guys, ignore my hair. I am about to go fix this situation. But I just got done braiding Foxy's hair. She's been fed. All the other horses have been let out. We are going to leave in about 40 minutes or so. So Foxy's going to stay in there and let the horses settle down, so when we go to leave, there's not all kind of chaos. With that being said, though, I feel like I over-expected too much from Foxy on the last race because I didn't take into consideration that it was going to be a big crowd. So I had wanted her to run a 16 something, like it could have been a 16.999 and I would have been ecstatic. She's ran a 16 before, but we have not ran one since. So we've just been like low 17s, except for the last race, she ran a 17.9. And I feel like that was just, y'all seen the video, y'all seen how much space there was in between barrels and everything, and just, yeah. So the goal for today is to slow it down. And what I mean by like that is we're gonna practice, or we're gonna run like we've practiced. So I have told y'all over and over again how great that she runs over here at the house. And it's like, she does run really great over here at the house. With this being said, I've thought more into it. And I'm like, okay, they say practice makes perfect. So why don't I run her like I practice? So we're taking away all the boots. She's going to run with bells. That's it. So, because when I run her at the house here, she does not breeze through or anything without bells. So, but usually day-to-day practice, she doesn't have anything else on. Like, she's just got her saddle. And here lately, I have been practicing her with split reins. So, we're going to run with split reins today. I don't know how that's going to go, but we are going to see. So, should we do the most basic stuff here at the house? She's got one bridle with one bit. It's totally separate from the bit that I've been running her in, like racing her in. So the stuff that she wears during the races, she probably here in the past 2 months has only raced in that. And she's just been practicing in a totally different setup. So we're going to actually race her in her setup that she's been practicing in. And we're going to see how today goes. Alright guys, so I got dressed. We're going to the barrel race. I got my GoPro. Now I gotta go get my horse. Go ahead and put that in there. I think it's almost like 9:40. Hit maybe a little bit past 9:40. My pants are still wet, guys. But it's okay, we don't have time. Yes, I just did that all with one hand. Just saying, if Sundowner wants to do like an affiliate deal, I'm down. Said, I love this horse trailer. I'm gonna back up here and get Foxy, and we're gonna be heading to the barrel race.
I'll do open arena before our show starts at 12.
I
Millie is like passed out on the floor. And I'm shaking because I need to eat, but everybody's hot. It's 82, I believe. It says like with humidity, it's like almost 90. So that's great. So I just got done getting stuff done outside. I've been outside for like an hour. I went to go check the hunting cameras. So we got deer coming in. I'm so excited about that. They have not been coming in for a little bit because we've had a hog issue. So as you've seen me talk about on previous vlogs and on, I believe on my Instagram is what I've really been showing y'all on that. So yeah, super excited to have the deer starting to come in. It looks like the horns are starting to come in for the year. So, but I have a list of things that I'm trying to get done before mom and dad get home. Which I need to finish up on my laundry, which I believe that's done now. And straighten up a couple things and take out the trash. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and touch back up a little bit on my run. Said Foxy did so good, guys. Like, I messed up, clearly. But said when I'm here practicing at the house, I just don't know what my situation was at the barrel race with the split reins. When I'm here at the house, I practice fine. Ever since that we got to the barrel race and I was trying to get the reins set up and everything, like, I just could not find I couldn't find my spot on the reins to feel comfortable with. So I kind of struggled a little bit with them at the barrel race, which I'm not completely sure why. Maybe it could have been nerves and that it was just a racing setting. But here at the house, like, I practiced so much better with them. But I did try to keep her slowed down and more collected and everything, going through the pattern. So she was feeling herself. She was ready to go. Ever since that I put the bridle on her and got on her, she was just trotting. She trotted to the arena. She was trotting all around. I was like, you can walk. And she was excited. So I think that she's going to really love barrel racing, just seeing how she is. I think that's my uncle mowing the front yard. I thought he was down at his house, but I guess he came down to mow the front yard. Sounds like he's pretty close to the house. But yeah, said I slowed her down, kept her more collected, and we actually ran faster than what we have been. So it was a 17.318. I'm so excited about that. She did place first in the 3D in the adult side pot. So very proud of her for that. She's been super consistent in the adult side pot out of anything. She's been pretty consistent in the open 5D of being at the bottom. I feel like we're gonna start speeding things up. Plus, it's been a very salty competition so far. Cause this is for NBHA for my district. And so they're running times, I think this past, I want to say that this race, the fastest time was a 13.7, and I think that was the arena record. So she's running against people that are here to just all out smoke everybody, and it's like, maybe this was not a good idea. So we're gonna see how the rest of the season progresses. We are in May. I want to say this is the third race of this season so far. Her next one is in June. She's actually got 2 in June, but I think we're only gonna do 1 just because my truck has been having issues here lately. So between going into the shop and everything for that and trying to consistently barrel race, it's just, yeah. I don't know if you heard Millie huffing. It's just crazy and just trying to get things going there, and then all of a sudden my truck wants to act up, of course, in the beginning of summer. So it's like majority of my paychecks are already going to my truck for the payment. I think I'm spending my paychecks on my truck, to be honest with y'all. So, because it's like, I had to pay for the truck note. I decided to double up on my truck note to try to hurry up and get it paid off in a year. Then I'm paying about $600 in gas for the month. So that's always fun. And so, yeah. So it's going to my truck note, going to my gas. Now it's going to repairs. Said I have to get a new gas pedal for my truck because the engine light came on, and it said something about a throttle body, but I replaced the throttle body already. And so I was talking to the guys in the shop, and basically whenever I get my gas pedal, I have to get everything programmed in my truck. So it's like you could put on the stuff, but until it's programmed, it's like it's still gonna throw a code. We're gonna have to go through and get all that fixed and everything. Trying to figure out where I want to get a gas pedal at. Just because there's some that are over $100, and then there's some that's not quite $100. So I need to talk to my dad and see which one he would recommend for me to get for my truck, which he'll probably go with a cheaper deal. I don't know if there's like a difference between of how it's going to operate or anything. I've never had to replace a gas pedal before. So I am like turning into a mechanic because my truck has all this other stuff. And so, yeah, it's always fun. But I think Foxy's only going to have one race in June just because I'm trying to pay for other stuff. I'm trying to save up for a house for myself and for my boyfriend. We're planning on moving in together and everything here in a year to a couple years, whenever that happens. So we're trying to save up for a house. I want to get a car in a year. So it's like, don't know if I'm going to do that or not, because I need to be getting something with better gas mileage. That way I can drive a car to work instead of driving my truck, and my truck could be specifically for rodeo. So that's like on my goals, like top 5 goals for like the next year or so, is to be able to actually have a car and for everyday commute instead of driving my truck. So, and then to get my truck paid off. So that's always fun. But yeah, Foxy, I think, is gonna... We're still riding, we're still practicing. We're not practicing as much just because of the heat and humidity here in Louisiana. And it's hot. It's hot, guys. It's not really hot, just so much of the humidity. Like, we'll have, like, 80-degree days with, like, 90% humidity, and it's not fun at all. Said I will definitely take 80 degrees of like New Mexico, Arizona weather with no humidity. For sure. It's like, it's blowing my mind how hot it is already. And so we're about in the middle of May, so it's gonna be cooking here in like a couple weeks. Just because here in Louisiana, like it'll feel in the 100s and only be 90. So, but it's also 90 degrees with like 100% humidity, and you can't breathe at all. I've got my farrier coming this week, so we're gonna get everybody's feet squared away and everything. I think I'm gonna get on Seze here in the next week or so. I was thinking about doing it this weekend, but since nobody's at the house, I didn't want to be put in a bind. So I'm still trying to stay safe on this because, like, yes, I do plan on like horse training and breaking colts and everything, but I also want to be able to have somebody here in case. So she will probably be getting her first rides. I don't want to go into a stretch of saying that, like, this coming up weekend, but it may be this weekend, and I'm so excited. So she's we've had to do touch-ups on some things, and then I've gone through and thrown the saddle on her. She's bucked some more with the saddle, so I'm like, okay, so she's obviously not done. So because like the first time that I was able to get the saddle on her and get her going around and everything, she like bucked like 3 times and she was done for the rest of the thing, and she did phenomenal. So now she's bucking again with the saddle, so we're gonna see how that goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if we can get the tiller put back on the tractor, get some diesel in the tractor, and I'll get to fixing up my arena and everything and getting all the ground nice and worked and whatnot so that Foxy can get back to practicing. It's been raining here, I think, over the past 2 weeks, probably like 5 days. So the pattern has grown up and it's hard. So I want to be able to go through and work the barrel pattern and get the ground nice and good, and then be able to get in the round pin and get that nice and good, because Seze's going to be in there for like 2 weeks. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So Foxy's going to be starting to go in pretty good on her practicing and everything for barrels. Seze is not going to be seeing barrels for like 2 months, 2 to 3 months. We're gonna see how well she does. She's already responding to cues on the ground really well, so I'm probably going to just get her going there, and then we'll probably do a lot of pasture riding. I would like to say that I would want to bring her behind the house for a trail ride, but seeing how she acts with the horseflies, I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, because she doesn't like get bit by flies, and she throws the biggest fits about that. I think that Foxy is going to be progressing very nicely, just with how things are going right now and everything. I was hoping to purchase my permit again and try to rodeo this time, but it's way too early to tell. It's because that's a lot of money to just throw into rodeo. So with everything that I want to get done, plus with things that are coming up, it's just, I don't see it in the cards for me to be buying my permit for this coming up season. I might just do the state rodeo stuff, so who knows. But yeah, it's way too early to tell. We're still only in May. The season doesn't start till October. So hopefully my truck, fingers crossed guys, for my truck to be able to start acting right, and that I can be able to go more places and everything, and that Foxy is starting to progress more instead of taking like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back or whatever, and we'll just see how all that goes. So I'm glad that you guys stuck around here till the end. I hope I didn't make this too terribly long of a video. I hope that you guys enjoy seeing Foxy and I's progress. And we are going to be coming up shortly with some Seze training vlogs. So I'm super excited about all of that. I'm going to eat me some lunch, get these dogs cooled off and everything, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye, guys.